So I'd like to seek the blessings of all of you. And I wanted to thank Aparna Mataji and Prabhu Satish Prabhuji Garu for hosting. Please come, Prabhuji, for hosting today's program. So, up, उसमें बैठिए ना. So we're getting started. Okay. So we'll offer prayers to the Vaishnava Acharyas, because without whose causeless mercy, we cannot even dare to dream to execute an iota of sadhana bhakti. Only by their causeless mercy, actually, we are able to even touch the bead bags and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, do some little sadhana. So it's very, very crucial to seek the blessings of the predecessor acharyas, the teachers, the mentors, the spiritual preceptors. Just like the way kids seek, the more the kids seek blessings of the parents, and they actually, as especially mothers love, fathers love, when they pray for their kids, it is very so strong that actually becomes a protection layer. Similarly, we are like the kids for that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. And we are like the kids for all the acharyas who are the representatives of Lord Shri Krishna himself. So it's very, very crucial that we bring the right mood, right emotions, so that we may benefit from this bhakti. So we will, with that, let's offer some prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everyone together. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Once again, thank you all, Prabhujis and Matajis. Thank you, Prabhuji. So I'd like to seek all of your blessings, and Matajis, all of your blessings too. So, yes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So today we are actually discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is from the first canto, 16th and 17th chapters. I want to cover both of them together. Mukham karoti vachalam pamgun langayate girim yat kripata maham vande Shri Guru Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwar. This chapter is titled How Parikshit Received the Age of Kali. Who received whom? Received whom? Age of Kali. Do we know what who is Parikshit is, first of all? Arjuna's grandson. Yeah. And then Kali? Kali. So the scriptures, what they do is, whatever the world that we interact with, they are also the presiding deities for them. Just like the way we refer to Earth as Mother Earth, right? But actually, indeed, Mother Earth is a person. She's a goddess. She's a personification of Earth itself. Like that, similarly, the time period that we are in right now, like if you go to college, They have different time periods. Each period you discuss different subject matters, right? Mathematics, I don't know, depending upon the college you're going to, right? So similarly, this entire time period is sliced into mainly four slices. They are called Kruta Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, right? So each of these also again there are personification of these time also. Time also is an energy of the Lord. Every energy of the Lord has a personification, including ourselves. We are also the energies of the Lord. Lord primarily in a broad category has three energies. How many? Three. One is called Antarangika Shakti, means internal energy. One is called internal energy. One is called external energy. Okay, internal energy means spiritual energy, that which cannot be perceived normally, but that which can be perceived also simultaneously. Means if I'm animating, that's because there is a spirit, Atma is there. Otherwise, it won't. So that way we can perceive that unless that consciousness is there in each and every one of us, Chaitanya. Chaitanya is Chaitanyam or consciousness is an expression of the presence of soul. So that way the spiritual energy can be felt, but yet it cannot be perceived in general. Then external energy is all the jada padarthas, all the matter, earth, water, ether, fire, including mind. Mind also is a material energy. So between these two, so you have internal energy, Antarangika Shakti, then you have Bahiranga Shakti. Bahiranga Shakti means external energy. Between these two, there is one more thing called Tatastha Shakti. Tatastha Shakti means that which is marginal energy. And that marginal energy constitutes all of us, the living entities. And we have the choice to choose between A or B. A is Antarangika Shakti or B, external energy. The very presence of ourselves in this material world implies that we have chosen A or B. Which one? B, external energy. Because we got attracted towards the external energy of the Lord. I like this mic. I like this my laptop. I like this beautiful house. I like my Toyota or Tesla, whatever, right? So because we got attracted towards the external energy, we chose that right now. And the whole point of doing sadhana bhakti is that somehow after millions of lifetimes, one day we will purify our existence so that we can choose spiritual energy. Okay. When we choose the spiritual energy, our material journey stops, and then the spiritual journey begins, which is the real journey. So that's the whole point. So Kali, so like the reason I brought this up is because all the energies of the Lord are also has the manifestation using the material elements, and time is no exception to that. Time as a Kala Shakti also has a personified, and each Kali Yuga is a person. Kali Yuga person is a person. Like that, every Yuga has a personification, right? So the chapter is titled "How Parikshit Received the Age of Kali." So this is a meeting of two people. Who are they? Parikshit Maharaj and Kali Purusha. But the chapter, even though introduces like that, it actually has two more people who are also involved in this. So let's look into that. Maharaj Parikshit began to rule over the world as a great devotee of the Lord under the instructions of the best of the twice born Brahmanas. So the point here is in this purport, Srila Prabhupada was driving very emphatically one of the most important aspect of administration. When a country has to be ruled, when a country has to be administered, so there are four classes of people, right? We know Brahmanas are the intelligent class, Kshatriyas are called administrative class, who actually run the administration, governors, mayors, project managers. These are all the examples of administrators, Kshatriya class. And then we have a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, mercantile class, businessman, business people. Whether they run software company, whether they run hardware company, whether they run AI company, anything that they run, they are all, or they are doing anything business, they are called Vaishyas. And then working class, Shudras. Shudras means one who gets W2 payslip every month, or every two payslips a month, like that. Actually, that is what a Shudra means, working class. Yeah. Correct. So these four classes are needed so that the society actually, the entire society actually functions. There's nothing religious or spiritual about it. It is That's how the system is designed, and it exists everywhere. It's not just in India. Intelligent class exists, Brahmana class, Kshatriya class exists, right? Business people exist everywhere, right? It's only in India, no, right? They exist everywhere. So same thing. So in this purport, actually, Srila Prabhupada explains very clearly that when Kshatriyas are ruling the world, they have to get their advice from the Brahmanas, from the intelligent class. And Maharaj Parikshit was the best of the best example for that. He ruled all over the planet. Prior to this, all this, right, it was only one world. I think some aeroplane company has this program, One World Alliance. Yeah. So they bring all the different airlines come together and code share together and sell airline tickets. Some program is there like that. One World Airline. So originally this One World comes from Parikshit Maharaj. He was he was ruling the entire world. And yeah, so Kshatriyas are to be directed by the Brahmanas. And the chapter actually introduces the greatest qualities of Parikshit Maharaj. He was a Mahabhagavat, or a first class devotee, and developed all those qualities, being a great devotee of the Lord. The real qualification is to become a devotee of the Lord, and gradually all the good qualities worthy of possession develop. So it's a very interesting comment that he makes, Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj Parikshit was the first class Maha Uttam Bhagavat. Who is a Bhagavat? Anybody idea? Bhagavat means what? Yeah, wonderful, is it? Yeah, it's a fundamental. So there is this, we are reading from the book Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. But then there is the people who actually subscribe to the principles given in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and they are called Bhagavatars. The one who subscribes and conducts their life according to the principles discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam are called Bhagavatars. So person Bhagavatam and book Bhagavatam are two different entities, and if we can serve either of these two, then we can perfect our lives. Actually, each feeds the other. If you serve book Bhagavatam, means you open the book of Srimad Bhagavatam, or you go to vedabase.io and then click on Srimad Bhagavatam and then start reading every day. Nityam Bhagavata Seva means every day we have to read. Mohanananda Prabhuji has a very nice program that he's running. And in that program, Prabhuji encourages all of us to come, and it's like a reading book club. And he's reading all Srila Prabhupada books for 2 years now. 2 years, and he has completed whole 12th cantos, and now Prabhuji is racing with the grace. He's in the race with the grace. Yesterday, Yugal Kishore Prabhuji was saying. So, Bhagavatam is that. So, one feeds the other. Book Bhagavatam, by reading book Bhagavatam, we will get an opportunity to serve Bhagavatar, Uttam Bhagavat, Mahabhagavat. Now, by doing service to that person, that enriches your taste again, and then that feeds into reading more. Reading more means Swadhyay. Swadhyay means Adhyayan Karna, right? And you're reading scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, like that. Especially Srimad Bhagavatam, Puranam, Amalam. So one should read Srimad Bhagavatam every day. If you can read Srimad Bhagavatam every day, life will be super perfect. Read means not just reading like a parrot, also. Reading means understanding, pausing, introspecting, understanding from the teachers and from the commentary given, like that. And discussing among the devotees again. That way we can enrich our swadhyay. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying he is Uttama Bhagavat, and the real qualification. So he says actually a very interesting point. If a person somehow or the other has all the great qualities, okay, this is what is expressed here. Okay? I'm just reading and explaining. If somebody has all the qualities, right? They do charity, they give, they do everything and all. But for some reason, if they are not the devotee of the Lord, then they are just hovering on the mental platform, and all those so-called qualities that they possess is equal to nothing. But on the other hand, one may be having none of those qualities, but if they are executing sadhana bhakti, that person may not have all the good qualities. But slowly, as they progress in the process, all the greatest qualities of the demigods, all the devatas qualities, they'll manifest in that person's heart. Okay, so person A has all great qualities. He's magnanimous, he's charitable, he loves people, he does so many social service, all the things. But he does not acknowledge or acknowledge even the presence of God, not a devotee of the Lord. That person is not still yet. It is like this. If you have 10 zeros, what is the value of it? If you write on a paper 0, 0, 0, 0. But if you add 1 in the front, huge value, right? If you add the same 1 at the last, not much value. So when you make that 1 is Krishna. When you make Krishna or God or Vishnu or Rama or whomever you consider, when you make that one the first priority, whatever the other things you have, everything gets magnifies value. Millions, 10 millions, billions, right? But if you don't acknowledge, if you remove the 1, you may have 100 zeros. The value is still what? 0. At the most, you may put yourself as 1 at the end, at the right hand side. The value is 1, you yourself. Right? So like that. So that's one thing that Srila Prabhupada explains in that purport. Next, Maharaj Parikshit actually he goes on to the description of how the Maharaj Parikshit was ruling. He had a council, and the council had advisors. And all the members of the council were either great sages or brahmanas who were advising him how to conduct himself as a perfect administrator, as a perfect ruler of the world. So then he gets into the details of who's Maharaj Parikshit and all that. It's an interesting one. Let's actually do that. So Parikshit Maharaj married the daughter of King Uttara Kumara. His daughter's name is Uttara, with Dirgham at the end. Okay. So let's do this. You have Parikshit Maharaj. Who are his parents? Abhimanyu? No. Abhimanyu Uttara, correct. And his wife? Anybody knows? Parikshit Maharaj's wife? Her name is explained as Airavati or Madravati in some other places. Okay. We know the famous, his son. Who is he? Parikshit Maharaj's son, who was, Janamejaya. He summoned all the snakes because his father was killed by Takshak. So he, summoned all the snakes in the Sarpa Yaga to kill all the entire snakes race. Right? So he's Janamejaya. Again, Janamejaya has 3 sons. Their names are again Bhimasena 2, Shrutasena and Ugrasena 2. Like that. Because he retained his forefathers' names like that. Right? So, correct. Yeah, exactly. That 1 and 2 is all because they get confused. So they, yeah, you're right, Prabhu. So there was this Virata king, correct? King Virata. In Mahabharata there is Virata Parvam also is there, right? Yeah, by his name. Yeah. So he is the his wife is Sudeshna. It seems. Even I don't know this one. And then their son is Uttarakumara. Prabhu you are saying. And Uttarakumara he's actually the first one who died in the Kurukshetra war. Hmm? Then he has uh, the Virata king. Virata has one son and four daughters. One of them is Uttara, who then got married to Abhimanyu. Who is Abhimanyu? Subhadramaya and Arjuna's son is Abhimanyu. So those days, like Maharaj Uttara was a son of Virata and maternal uncle of Maharaj Parikshit. So he was a maternal uncle of Maharaj Parikshit. How? So Maharaj Parikshit is there, right? His mom is who? Uttara. Uttara's brother is Uttara. Uttara Kumar, right? So Uttara Kumar's daughter, then it becomes what? Cousins, right? You see what I'm saying? So the good old days they used to marry like that. Another example is Arjuna also. Arjuna marrying Subhadra Devi. Arjuna and Subhadra were husband and wife, but as well as they are maternal cross cousins. How Subhadra Devi was the daughter of Vasudev, Krishna's father, and Rohini. Vasudev and Rohini's daughter is Subhadra Devi. And Vasudev's sister is Kunti Devi. So Arjuna is Kunti's son. So that way they got married. Everybody's getting? On the maternal side, if the uncle is there, they're like, in Andhra, it's very highly practiced. Nowadays, it is getting Maharashtra also, right? Yeah. Nowadays, it is coming down. Yeah. But those days, it used to be like that. Arjuna and Subhadra Devi are also like that. They are the parents of Abhimanyu. So everybody got. Now let's see if we start from Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj's wife is Airavati. Correct. Parikshit Maharaj's parents? Abhimanyu and Uttara. Correct. Uttara's parents? Virat. Yeah. Sudeshna. Correct, Mataji. Yeah. So I think everybody is not sleeping. Correct. Correct. Virata Parvam. Mahabharat mein jo hai. Correct, same. Yeah. Correct. Okay, so that's the lineage. And we know if you come down, it is Janamejaya. Now comes the meeting of the two personalities. Parikshit Maharaj meeting Kali Yuga. So it is explained here that Kali, the personification of Kali Yuga, was described as a lower than, a worse than a Shudra. So those days they'll compare like that. Now it is now it's an offense, but it was compared like that. Now it is to be a Shudra is the greatest pride. Yeah, my salary is this much. But he disguised himself as a king. Okay, and that is the scenario. If you take the so-called politics today, all the so-called politicians, the administrators, the so-called Kshatriya class people, they are actually posing themselves to be Kshatriyas, administrators, without the qualifications. Okay, they are they're Shudras. They're worse than Shudras. Yeah, they're not qualified. The same as Kali Purusha. Right? And this Kali Purusha is doing a very abominable act, which was he was hurting and beating the legs of a cow and a bull. Okay? He's worse than Chandala, but posed like a king with all the dress and everything. And he's beating a cow and a bull, both of them. And it said in the purport, actually, beautiful purports. It said an ideal king like Maharaj Parikshit cannot tolerate two things. One, insults to the most important animal, cow, and then disrespect to the Brahmanas. These two things he cannot. So because he's the devotee of the Lord, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmane Bihitaya Cha. Even Krishna is described as Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Jagadithaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So he is the one who protects the Brahmanas and the cows. Because these are the two important elements of a community, of a society to run smoothly, actually. Because the intelligent class has to be taken care. Then they guide you properly. And similarly, cow is a very important animal in our Vedic culture. Because cow gives milk, and the milk produces the supreme intellectual faculties. The brain develops like anything. Right? So these kids, they become more intelligent when they drink milk. So a cow is important for its milk, necessary vitamins to sustain humans' physiological conditions for higher achievements. And similarly, Brahminical culture can advance only when man is educated to develop the quality of goodness. Right? So when these two things are heard, so Maharaj Parikshit becomes very, very angry. So this age of Kali represents what? Kali matlab kya hai? Kali ka matlab kya hai? Hamesha fight. Yeah. It's the age of quarrelsome. Because worthless men with no ambition, with modes of lower class mentality come to the helm of state management. They become the leaders. Worthless fellows, unqualified people will become the leaders. Then Shaunakadi Munis. So this whole conversation, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam conversation is happening between Sri Sukha Maharshi and Parikshit, right? So the same Parikshit who was sitting there and asking was narrated Srimad Bhagavatam. He is also the character in that story. But the same thing was heard by Shaunakadi Munis. Suta Mahamuni, Suta Goswami. And he was asking the same thing again. And then Shaunakadi Munis are listening to this commentary now. And there he is asking, why did Parikshit Maharaj punish and not kill someone who is hurting the cow and the bull? Why didn't he kill him? Why didn't he punish him fully? Like that he's asking. And also they request Suta Mahamuni to explain only. So they ask these questions, but they ask, you know what? They're not interested in Gramya Katha. Gramya Katha manaओ वहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? ये प्रभु जी और माता जी लोग ये क्यों झगड़ रहे? Right? Or this Mataji said that to that Mataji, and that Mataji said to this Mataji, what is going on? This is called Gramya Katha. So Shaunakadi Munis are asking for Gramya Katha. Hey, ये क्या है? परीक्षित महाराज इसको मिला है क्या? कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ क्या? थोड़ा बताओ ना. They're not asking, inquiring like that. You understand Gramya Katha means, right? Village talk. Village talk means in the good old days, village, all the people will come together. No ambition, nothing, no goal. Right? They'll have nicely dinner and they'll gather and then इनका बेटे का क्या चल रहा है, इनका बच्ची का क्या चल रहा है, वही बस, fit for nothing, no goal, nothing. That is called Gramya Katha, and that takes the shape of Instagram. That takes the form of WhatsApp nowadays. Now the Gramya Katha is flipped like this. So those days Gramya Katha was like this, peka. What do you call that? Cards. They used to do that. That propensity has changed to this. That's all. Right? So yeah, actually it's very important. These my Guru Maharaj says these are weapons of mass distraction. So it's very difficult. What I've realized is, 1 week I practiced not taking this phone into the bedroom. Such a peaceful sleep. How many experienced that? If you don't take this thing into the bedroom next to your bed, you will have the peaceful sleep. Good old days we used to sleep like that. It's gone now. Huh? Please tell the phone.
Bedroom, bathroom, no phone, and no phone after 9 o'clock at night, no phone before 9 o'clock in the morning.
Can you repeat that? Because I want that to be recorded.
So it's called BB99.
BB99.
Yeah. So you will not carry phone into your bedroom or your bathroom. Right? And you will not pick a phone after 9 o'clock in the evening and before 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay. Oh, BB99. Oh, wow, nice. Nice technique. I think that is the formula for sanity. Yeah, difficult. Yeah. You can keep it there. उसको red button. बस. If it becomes red, that's it. It's mute. Yeah. No, that's getting into this. Yeah. Anyways, so they didn't ask this as a Gramya Katha. They asked it for only, and they make a request to Suta Mahamuni that please explain the details only if it is related to Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam, that is the beauty of it. It has all the politics, it has all the socio-cultural aspects, right? It has every kind of details. All the challenges we face in this world, they're all there in Srimad Bhagavatam. But they're all there not out of context. They're there because they're all related to Krishna. The purport is beautiful. Transcendentalists are not interested in worldly talks. Indeed, worldly talks are very disgusting to them. And they avoid the company of those who talk about the nonsensical worldly affairs. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises disciples, Gramya Katha na shunibe. मतलब नहीं सुनना चाहिए. ग्राम्य कथा जो है हमको सुनना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि वो अपने भक्ति लता बीज जो है हमारे हृदय में उसका सत्यानाश सर्वनाश करेगा. तो इसीलिए हमको ग्राम्य कथा नहीं सुनना चाहिए. ग्राम्य कथा should not be heard. And this is the recommendation of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are many topics in Bhagavatam about sociology, politics, economics, cultural affairs, etc. But all of them are in relation with Krishna. And therefore, all of them are worth hearing. Hence, it's worth hearing. Right? And it is actually, there's a beautiful shloka is there. Athavasya padambhoja makaranda liham satam किम अन्येर असद आलापेर आयुषो यद असद व्ययः. मतलब क्या है कि the devotees of the Lord are accustomed to lick the honey available from the lotus feet of the Lord. What is the use of the topics which simply waste one's valuable life? So the devotees of the Lord are, accustomed to lick the honey that's coming from the Harikathamritam. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. Right? Bhagavatam is like a drink. Oh, Rasika Janas, please drink this Srimad Bhagavatam. So, such nectar is available. When that nectar is not available, the topics of Harikatha is like directly licking honey. And the topics that are not related to Harikatha are like putting that honey inside a bottle and licking the bottle. If you lick the bottle, what will happen? Will you taste it? Huh? No, there is no point. Inside we have to open Srimad Bhagavatam and then drink Srimad Bhagavatam. It's actually said pibata. Pibata matlab drink. It is not said here. Bhagavatam has to be drunk because rasamalayam. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam sukhamukhad amrita drava samyutam. Pibata bhagavat sukhamukhad amrita drava samyutam. Sukhamukhad, the Sukha Maharshi has, Sukha also means parrot. When a parrot eats a fruit, what happens? It becomes more sweeter. So this is a fruit. Imagine this is a fruit, mango, like that. But it is full of rasa. Right? And this was already eaten it came from the lotus mouth of Sri Sukha Maharshi. So it becomes even more ripened. Nigama kalpataror galitam Sukha mukhad amrita drava samyutam. Amrita drava. It's nectar. And that drava means what? Liquid. Right? Pibata. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. Pibata Bhagavatam rasamalayam. Muhur aho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. Oh, this is to be enjoyed by those most advanced devotees. Right? Srila Prabhupada writes here, O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It's emanated from the lips of Srila Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful. Although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including the liberated souls. It's actually meant for the liberated souls to enjoy this. Then how can we then read this if it is meant for them? This is a topic that was discussed a couple of weeks back by one Maharaj who came. If Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for only those liberated souls, nirmatsaranam satam, it's meant for people who are non-envious. How many of you think that we have envy or not in our heart? How many of you think that we have non-envy? It's not meant for us. Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for those people who are already non-envious. Then how can we read then? That's why Karunayaha. There's another shloka. That shloka is so amazing. I forgot. Yeah, yes, Swanubhavam Akhila Shrutisaram Ekam. Yes, Swanubhavam, Swa-anubhavam. He has experienced Srimad Bhagavatam. Shrutisaram Ekam. Adhyatma Deepam Atiti Tirshatam Tamondham. This Srimad Bhagavatam will dispel all the tamo andham, the blindness of this darkness. It will remove. Samsarinam means those who are dwelling in this material world, all of us. Samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam. This is the crust jewel of the secrets of Puranas. This Srimad Bhagavatam. This Srimad Bhagavatam, such a secret, topmost secret of Srimad Bhagavatam. Out of compassion, karunayaha. For whom? Samsarinam. For all of us. Even though this was exclusively meant and relished only by the advanced transcendentalists who are nirmatsaranam satam, yet, out of the compassion for the fallen souls like ourselves, Srila Sukha Maharshi has beautifully given that. And hence, Rasika Bhuvi Bhavaka. Now enjoy this Srimad Bhagavatam Rasamalaya. That's the proposition that Srimad Bhagavatam puts forward for all of us. So, Mandasumandamatayo Mandabhagyo Pradrita. Parikshit Maharaj, henceforth, wherever he went, he heard from all the citizens only about Harikatha, the glories of his forefathers, the glories of Lord Shri Krishna. So he was always immersed in Harikatha. Right? Now I'll stop here, but I'll introduce these two characters. So this bull and the cow that that were being beaten by Kali Purusha, who are they? The cow represents Mother Earth, Prithvi. And the bull represents, Mataji is correct, bull represents Dharma. And Dharma, in fact, Dharma first meets cow. And Dharma asks the cow, why are you crying, my dear cow? What are the reasons and all? So there is a beautiful description, but I think we don't have time. But Dharma has 4 legs. How many? 4. Obviously, the bull has 4 legs. What are they? Saucham, cleanliness. Satyam, truthfulness. Tapas, austerity. Daya, Karuna, compassion. Of these 4 legs, so all the 4 yugas, the Satya Yuga had all this. Satyam, Saucham, Daya and Tapas. All these 4. Daya or Karuna, correct, compassion, Karuna. Karuna and, yeah. But each yuga, each one leg gone. But only for that bull, only 1 leg is left. Truthfulness, yes, Satyam is only left. Little bit Satyam. Some people, at least after 10 people, at least 1 guy will. Dana. Pata nahi. I think in the best of what I've read, there are 4 different like that. Truthfulness. Shaucham, cleanliness is gone when prostitution is increased. Daya, Karuna, compassion is gone because of the animal slaughter. Right? What else is there? Tapas is gone because of the tapas is gone because of the prostitution. The other one is gone because of the uh, what do you call? Not envy, Mataji. Pride. Yeah, ego. Yeah, pride. So like that, all are gone, but one thing is left is truthfulness. So bull itself is already, cow is crying, and the bull itself already lost all the four legs. With one leg, it's dragging itself, and the bull is also out of compassion still asking the cow, "Why are you also crying?" Because then these both are, and both of them together is this fellow is beating Kali Purusha. Okay. So what happens and what that conversation happens is ta-da, next week to be continued. Any questions so far? So what did we hear about today? The glories of Parikshit Maharaj? Ah, yeah, when you are not there, we were discussing. Yeah. So bull is dharma. Cow is mother earth. Yes. Yeah, correct. Yeah. The bull is dharma. The four legs. And the three legs are gone. And one leg is remaining. And the cow is there. So we discussed about Kali Purusha meeting Parikshit Maharaj. And this Kali Purusha is doing what? He was beating this bull and cow. And we know what this bull and cow are. Then we also saw how Parikshit Maharaj was administering the whole world. Then we also discussed about um, how the Varnashrama system should support each other, right? How the Brahmana should guide the Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas administrators should then administer properly and then protect the businessmen. So one important thing, Kshatriyas rule. Kshatriyas are supposed to protect the citizens, all of us. All the rest of the Varnas, they have to support and protect. And cows need to be protected by the mercantile class, Vaishyas. वाणिज्यम एंड गोरक्षा, ये दोनों वैश्यास करना चाहिए. So business people, they should most importantly be engaged in cow protection. If there is a cow protection program is going on, at least if you can't do full protection, fund to give support like that. Yeah, Hemant Prabhuji does that. Correct. A lot of devotees actually do that, Goraksha. So we should do that as a Vaishya. And Kshatriyas are supposed to protect all of us, not like create communal fights and then divide and then rule and all that. So those are the things we discussed. But these are all related to Krishna. This is not Gramya Katha. It appears externally to be very worldly matters that we discussed today. But it is not. It is actually everything related to Tadiya. Tadiya means that which is related to Shri Krishna. Hence it is purifying. So Bhagavatam, when we read Bhagavatam, it gives you a direct audience. If two important personalities are speaking, it will put a chair in front of them. And now you have to read. Read means that much we have to be engaged in Srimad Bhagavatam. Not like parrot reading. So we should pause. There is no problem. Let it take 10 years. But pause yourself, ask, introspect, seek. And that's how we should read. Every day we read newspapers and all. Slowly we have to decrease the newspapers and then increase the real newspaper. So this newspaper called Srimad Bhagavatam is describing what is happening in the eternal world. These leelas are all eternal leelas. They're not like once are done, okay, done, chapter closed. Not like that. Everything, all these pastimes are also going on in the spiritual world. So spiritual newspaper, hai, what is happening in the Golok Vrindavan, that we will read when we read Nityam Bhagavat Seva. And we also discussed Nityam Bhagavat Seva means person Bhagavatar, when he served, the taste for book Bhagavatam will increase. And when we read more, do Swadhyaya of book Bhagavatam, that will further increase more taste to serve. So each feeds the other. So these are all the topics we discussed. Any questions on this?
So, Prabhuji, why I understand, like, cow is dear to Krishna and it's all sattvic. So, it's also said that there are devtas in the body of cow. So, can you help us understand the glory of cow as an animal and why cow is such, like, so special versus any other animal? Because at the end of the day, all animals are jivas. There's atma in every jiva, right?
Yeah.
So I understand there's like cows are worshipped in our Sanatan Dharma, but can you elaborate on the glory of cow?
Sure, Prabhuji. I think, you know, there was this conversation of Srila Prabhupada with a pastor, I think, from a French Christian, organization in France, in Paris. It's a very good one to watch, actually. So he quotes, Prabhupada quotes this one. Adau Mata. Okay, there are 7 kinds of mothers. Who are they? Adau Mata, Guru Patni, Brahmani, Patnika, and Dhenu. Adau Mata, first is your own mother. We all have mother. Then Guru Patni. Guru Patni means the Guru's wife. She also has to be treated. There are 7 mothers, all of us have. One is Adau Mata, the original, the biological mother. Second is Guru Patni. Okay. Brahmani, the wife of a Brahmana. She also has to be treated like our own mother. Rajapatnika means again the queen is also the mother. Adau Mata, Guru, Patni, Brahmani, Rajapatnika. Then comes, so 4 are happening. Dhenu. Dhenu means cow. Right? And then Dhatri means Dharti nahi. Dhatri means the nurse who has helped in the birth. She also has to be treated like equivalent to mother. So 6 happens and 7 is Mother Earth. Yeah, correct. Dhartri. Dhenu, Dhatri, Tatha Prithvi. So Prabhupada explains in that, there's so many purposes in there where Prabhupada says, if you just have cow and a little field for agricultural things, you can actually run your life without no debt, nothing. Nothing. You don't need anything. That's how he says. Little bit land, and of course we can't. Now we have complicated ourselves by coming to America. But there are people who are examples who have done that too. So he makes a proposal to that uh, church father. What do you think? Do you think that you drink the mother's milk and then you kill mother? Is that a good proposition? Like that? You saw that video? It's a very nice video. We can play that if we can play after while having prasadam. It will be nice, if we can play. That's a very good conversation. So cow is is go mata, like you said, Prabhuji, and she is according to Shastra, she is explained as the house. She houses all the 33 crores of demigods, devatas. So if you pray to her, it's praying to her. She is she gives milk. Milk has been especially been a most important ingredient in our culture. So many sweets, so many things we make, yogurt, all that, right? It is a part of our system. Cow dung, go mutra, all those things I have. Every single thing from cow is only useful. And such a cow, how can somebody kill and eat just to satisfy this tongue? So that is why we don't, and that's why, I mean, there's so many. I'm not qualified to speak on cow, but I have a very amazing Vaishnav devotee, senior Vaishnav. His name is Leela Ananda Prabhu. He lives in Hyderabad. He for many years he was from corporate world here, resigned and went and started a Go Raksha program also. So he is more qualified. He can speak more on that. But anyway, that's what it is. So it's not a good proposal to kill mother. So our Vedic system, culturally, we respect all the 7 mothers. And Srila Prabhupada also gave this beautiful system of addressing ladies as Mataji. We should mean that when we say Mataji. I mean, husband should not call wife Mataji. Minus that, we should respect that.
So if there is no cow,
Yeah.
uh, as you said, Prabhuji, uh, Brahmin and cow are most essential ones.
Mm.
So if there is no cow,
Mm.
no milk, no ghee, no curd,
No yoga.
and no uh,
Havan.
uh, no, uh, no cow dung, like no uh,
Havis. They call it Havis.
havan.
Havan.
So
Havan में
when
जो
there is
डालते हैं ना.
no cow dung, like Av Peda. Like without that, Brahmin cannot perform Havan. So when there is no Havan, no rain.
Yeah, no rain because the demigods, devatas are not satisfied.
Yeah. So when there
And
is no rain,
drought.
drought and no crops cannot grow. And with that, there is no civilization.
Wow. Prabhuji
So,
explained in one sentence what the importance of cow.
so if there is no cow, no civilization, no human.
So human civilization will extinct, will be wiped if cow is not protected.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the and scientifically from past studies, it is proven that cow is the only animal which produces releases oxygen,
Mm.
and when you burn cow dung, it releases oxygen. So there is a case study in Bhopal gas tragedy.
Mm.
So there is one house who does Nitya Agnihotra. So
Ah.
every day they burn like 2-3 places in the house. So
Yeah.
in 3 places, or there is a tradition, right? So they keep burning that every day. So little bit of oxygen keeps releasing, right? So when Bhopal gas tragedy happened, all the houses due to that leak, everything was burned, and I mean overnight people died.
Died, yeah.
But because of they have this practice, so 24 hours it happens in their house.
Wow.
So because of that, they have oxygen. So the poisonous gases could not,
Ah. Wow.
take over, and the basically the air in their house is purified with the Havan. So that's how they are saved.
Ah.
There is a case study everyone can see.
Yeah, that's amazing. Actually, yeah, those who maintain this Nitya Agnihotram, in my relatives there are a few. They every day they have in their home, they maintain that. Without doing Nitya Agnihotra puja, they will not step out. Yeah, their Vak Shakti is amazing. Vak Shakti matlab
Whatever they say is truth.
yeah, it will become true. Yeah, correct.
And there is no part that is waste from cow. So even when cow is died due to age, so its skin is used for other purposes, not like kill cow and use
Correct,
skin,
correct.
but
Yeah.
when it
When
is,
when they are died.
and
when they
even cow bones are used for something, not like eating or the other things, but there's some few other purposes. So when cow is alive or dead, it's always useful. So that is
मृदंग में भी वही है ना स्किन वो बुल का है या कौ का हाँ
so
तबला वो सब
so uh, around the world, like entire world, cow is the only animal that can give all of this. And it is also like if you care cow, and if it is like it is a family, so even cow is like 1,000 miles away. If your home someone is died or not feeling well, it can recognize, and it will come to your home, and it will show its condolences
वाह
once.
हाँ
Yeah. And cow is the again when you grow cow, like feed cow, so in ancient days every house has cow. The reason being, so it can recognize if your house has any ailments, all those it will go and eat that kind of grass and that leafy leaves, and then it will give milk that will heal your house. So that's why in every house there is a cow. So
ये प्रभु जी
that's why
का-
they drink that cow milk. That's
Yep.
why, and the cow is also called mother. It is because, so after breastfeeding for child
the kid yeah
kid, so then they go and drink cow milk. That's why cow is mother. That's the reason we have to respect cow.
wow amazing
Thank you.
Very nice. Yeah. So the answer for your question was next door, right next to you. Yeah. And next level. Correct. Mata said very nice. Beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji, for adding. Yeah. To pacify. Yeah. Correct. Right now in this chapter is that only. She's there. Okay, Prabhuji. हाँ हाँ हाँ, पृथ्वी महाराज नहीं नहीं अश्वमेध है. Any other comments? Any corrections? Any questions? Prabhuji, Mataji, any of you have?
A person has, I mean, not so good qualities that
Correct.
he praise Krishna, then Krishna will bless us. And B has so many good qualities that he doesn't pray God, then he doesn't get any blessings. So why? Because I mean,
Not
God.
blessings. He will not have the good qualities. The so-called good qualities has no value if that person is not a devotee.
Yeah.
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 So what is the
But
question?
God doesn't expect anything from devotees. Like if he has good qualities, God, he himself will surrender to the devotee. And I mean, like examples like I mean, so many great persons also doesn't chant or doesn't be a
Yeah,
devotees.
correct.
Like uh,
So the question, Mataji?
the question is, why if someone has a good qualities, why should they pray God?
Why should they pray God? Actually, see, why should you pray to God if you have all the good qualities? No, let's say somebody gives me, let us say, our children. Huh? Correct. Now, before even that, let's take a practical approach. So the question is, somebody has a good person. If somebody has good qualities, but is not a devotee, why should he? Why should he has to pray? Right, Mata? Is that correct? Why should he become a devotee? Right. So let's say I have my children. I struggle hard to meet the ends and make them very matured in life, make them very civilized, and they become very big. They do everything. And somebody comes and asks, "Oh, Prabhuji or Mataji, what do you attribute to? You have so much of success in your life." I attribute to myself. I don't care. Did your parents or teachers, at college or anybody played any role? Do you have any role model that has no role model? I have all the great qualities, all by myself. And that person does everything, but he will not respect parents. He will not respect the teachers. He will not respect elders. What is the quality of that? So-called quality. You see what I'm saying? If gratitude means kritagnata bhava. What is it called? Kritagnata bhava. If one does not have the kritagnata bhavam, then the so-called quality, whatever it is, I'll throw charity. Make sure on that brick my name should be there. What is that quality? Did you check the mark of giving charity? Yes. But what is the idea here? My name should be there. I should only be honored when I come, because now I have in Tirupati I gave 10,000 dollars donation. Every year I am entitled for darshan. So then it becomes like a rightfulness. So that so-called external qualities don't matter unless we don't have the gratitude. It is they are just artificial. The so-called great qualities. So on the other hand, if a person is doing all nonsense, he's killing people, he's stealing things and all. But if he becomes a devotee of the Lord, eventually all his, because if he really becomes a devotee, by the process of bhakti, he will become purified. Example is like, let's say you speak Telugu Mata, huh? Burda means keychad. Let's say I go immerse myself all up to this in a keychad, in burda, and then I come out. Am I clean? Am I clean? I have so much of dirt, right? Now I go under the shower, and then I'll slowly clean. Am I clean right now when I start my showering? As soon as I go under the shower, am I clean? No. It takes to take away all that, especially those who have played holy and all. It takes 1 hour to clean yourself, and slowly. Sometimes it takes 3-4 days. Good old days, holy means they used to take anda and all that. They will in college and all. They'll do it worse. They literally take you into the drainage and dip you in that. At least they did it to me. In the college holy is a different level, worst level. They'll throw you into the literally drainage only. They dipped me in a drainage and brought me out. I took 1 week to clean myself. 1 week. So if somebody is so much dirt inside, killing people, robbing people, cheating people, envious, kama, lusty, greedy, krodha, anger, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, all things are there, dirt. But if he goes under the process of the shower of bhakti, sadhana bhakti, eventually he will get cleaned. Right? On the other hand, somebody who thinks I'm very clean, but I will never take the shower of, I never express my gratitude, from whom all these things came. A small kid, Prabhuji's kid, Prabhuji comes home from the office. He'll give a nice chocolate. Who bought the chocolate? Prabhuji only bought. Whose salary is it? Prabhuji's salary. Whose money? His money. Who has worked hard to get that money? Himself. Now he gives that chocolate to that small kid. And just about to, when that small kid is about to eat, daddy or mummy, 1 bite, they'll give you. How much pleasure that gives you? You understand, Mata? Can you trade that position of that loving exchange in which you're giving that small, who he only paid, but he's still giving a small bite, daddy, mummy, like that. Then how much happiness you will feel? Because there is an exchange of love. Bhakti means love. If I have all the things but I don't acknowledge that God exists, from whom I got everything, if I don't acknowledge from whom I've got all this, and just live like as if I'm great and it doesn't matter and I'll give charity, I'll do everything, but I don't acknowledge the source from whom everything is coming, then what is the use? So bhakti is actually bhakti means the propensity to love the source of everybody. The propensity, the intention to love sarva karana karanam. That is called bhakti. So that person who so-called doing everything best, thinking that he has all the qualities, but does not actually at the root, does not give that small chocolate with a sense of love and gratitude to that person from whom everything is getting, and does not even acknowledge, then hence they don't have even all those qualities are like zeros without that one. When you add one, eventually the shower of mercy comes, and the shower will eventually clean us, and then we become pure devotees. So that is the process of bhakti. Mata. Does that help, Mataji? Yeah? Yeah.
So if somebody has all these good qualities but is not doing bhakti, is not like totally away from dharma, does not even have a concept of dharma. So I think the question arises, like, what is the motivation of this person to exhibit these good qualities? Like, if this person is doing charity, like, what for? If this person believes
Yeah.
in non-violence, what for? Like, what is the motivation
What is the
behind
motivation?
that?
Yeah.
Right? If that motivation is not clear, most people will not go in that direction altogether.
Correct.
Like communism, right? It takes out dharma altogether.
Correct.
So then, if you say, I am non-violent,
Yeah.
like, what is your motivation being non-violent? Or I am doing charity, like, what for? So in dharma's definition, all these things fit very well.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing charity, dan, tap, and shauch, and all these things, they have a purpose, and they take you closer to Krishna. But if you don't believe in Krishna, you're not practicing bhakti, then the question arises, like, what is the motivation behind in exhibiting these qualities? Is like, is there some selfish motive that you're not trying to share
Yeah.
or show to the world? Or like, you just read somewhere and you decided to do it?
Correct. Yeah. I will give another example. Okay. Just to prove a point. For somebody, if they don't know dharma and they do all the so-called things, first of all, how do they know that they are doing right or wrong? I'll give a simple example. Let's say there are two kids. Like just example, like Aparna Mataji says, no sweets to Nitya. Okay. Aparna Mataji says, no more sweets to Nitya today. And then she'll start feeding lot of sweets to Sahas today. Sahas thinks, oh, my mom is doing something wrong. How come she is feeding so many sweets to me, but not to Nitya? This is it fair or unfair? What do you think? It's fair or unfair? Unfair. Because mom is giving to one kid all the sweets and the other one she's depriving, no more sweets. So what Sahas does is in the midnight, he'll slowly goes into the refrigerator, gets those sweets, and to his dear loving sister, he will say, Nitya, don't worry, eat. Like that. Right? Thinking that he did a great thing for Nitya. But little he knows, because mom knows. Because Nitya, for example, as an example I'm saying, if that increased their jaundice more. The fever. So we don't know. Then next day we have to run like that. I'm just giving an example. So mom knows what is right or wrong. Dharma knows what is right or wrong. If I don't subscribe to dharma, I may whimsically, out of my own ideas, I may do thinking that I am doing charity. But I may be doing the wrong thing. There is a specific reason why mom said not for Nitya. For one kid like that. You understand? So we may think that I know the right thing and hence I'll execute myself. But unless we know the conduct of dharma, we are not. So even the so-called person who is doing all the good things, he's not doing this. He's doing whimsically acting out of his mind. As soon as we say, even if you give $10,000, we will not put your name on the board, you will say, no, shut. Next year I will not give. Right? See, if you don't have the sense of gratitude, you are doing it for whom? మీకు తెలుగులో చెప్తాను, మీకు కృతజ్ఞతా భావం లేకపోతే మీరు చేసే పనులు ఎవరి కోసం చేస్తున్నట్టండి? మీకోసం చేస్తున్నట్టా, పరులకు ఉపకారం చేయడానికి చేస్తున్నారా? చెప్పండి. మన కోసమే చేసుకుంటున్నట్టే కదా. సో if I don't acknowledge, if I don't have any gratitude in my heart, any action that I do, am I doing it for others' benefit or am I doing it for my own self? What do you think? Myself. I'm doing it for myself. Self-glorification. So the moment that self-glorification, if that respect is not given, will I do that? I'll not do it. Motivation is gone. In this world, there are only, it's a binary. Always. In general, if we examine our life, the only hero or heroine of our life is who? Ourselves. So we are trying to move that heroism or heroinism, the focus from ourselves, that which is called ahankara. Slowly, when we go under the shower of bhakti and practice every day, then slowly that focus will go to Krishna, God. Then we will acknowledge God. That is why it is important. That shower of mercy, of bhakti, we go under the shower and we take a soap and then do this. Like this. take bath. That soap is called Harinama Samkirtan. We take the soap called Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And not take externally shower. We take internally and then clean our internal heart. This soap has that power. Okay. So the process is simply go under the shower, take bath. Eventually, the purity will come out. Otherwise, there is no point in following bhakti. The point of following bhakti yoga is so that we will eventually get cleansed in our heart. Otherwise, there is no point. We are all then wasting our time. Yes, Pravi? Gray area, which is
like all in the Krishna is not helping us.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean like they are still bound. Maybe your relations you may move to Loka and all this and up and down, up, but you're not liberated.
yeah.
So that's your other's benefit. You're not getting bound by okay, things like that is.
Yeah, right, Pravi. It's a very nice point. See, some still seriously doing in the sense that they're doing it for and all to maybe they'll get planet. May go to health, but they're doing it for getting name. They don't know. Ignorance is a different. Some people know. Eventually, they're open to approach spiritual life, and that's a different thing. Anyway, those same people have qualities. Genuinely doing, but they know how to approach something like that. They're the best cats. They're very open. They're the best people. Great devotees. Okay, we're not, they're condemning. We don't misunderstand this. They are best people if they're open. Come on. The question is, yeah, but they don't Krishna, not even acknowledge Krishna or God or anything. They can be qualified candidates for bhakti. If they are, if they say what it is, they have the best qualification. If they are open, yeah. Your question, think right. Yeah, you can more on that.
Mataji's question was and all the stuff, good karmas. Why need to do bhakti? What is bhakti, right? So, one idea bhakti is nothing but devotion, right? In English, devotion. Other devotions come emotions. So, devotion is equivalent to surrender to the Lord. And comes only when ego is destroyed. Unless and until the false ego is destroyed, then the just think. So, you are bound to the world only before you. Okay? So, you have this Surya, and your anger. As the liberation, going back, because it constantly in body, mind, so whatever this is good because you have that until you started that trade, that individual trade, even you so it takes you to that coming out of that anger. So anger inculpates here. As soon as the state destroyed, you are liberated. When you surrender to the Lord, think for example, person who is multi-millionaire, he will about Lord he's always so I will karma. Him up and down. So he will keep any pocket and cut that on that. But much to really come out of this if you move more one, then consume come out of the important easy way to surrender to God and then
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Adya's birthday.
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.